Hello everyone, welcome back and Merry Christmas. Hope you have a nice day with your family or friends. I will continue working on this area that I was just doing this morning, and I didn't have time to finish on the in the video, so I will just continue on it. I was already adding a few fences more and changing a few things, giving more space, and I was starting painting this one, and then I decided to just share all this process with you, so I will just continue working on it on the camera, so you can just see the video later if you are just trying to follow this process. So I was just painting, and I will continue painting because it's just not doing very well. So like painting this area and maybe grass here, a bit of grass here. Okay, because I'm planning to add here a house, so for that I need also okay, I need to scale the terrain a bit. So it's just painting here. And I will add dirt later. So now what I want to do is adding the house here, but I need to create more space as it's not enough at all. So I'm afraid that this one, so I will just delete the grass. That's the first thing that I'm doing, deleting all the grass, otherwise I have, as usual, floating grass later. So just delete this before I'm sculpting all this area, just in case. So first we need to flatten all of them, and for that I'm just taking the same size of this one, and now the size of the brush should be something bigger. I'm not sure how much space do we need to have for the house. This is fine, having like a small hill here, so I think more or less is enough. And then I will do some smooth for that. Probably I need to remove the trees anyway. So let's see how it's going, see if I have enough space for the house. I will add I would like to add this one. This is much nicer for the countryside. Maybe I need to check from top to see how it's going, but I cannot see the fence. Maybe using this one, what more or less is as a reference wood. I think this. Let me see. Yeah, it's aligning with the door. So I think this is aligning to the door. And I want to see how it's going here, so we can still move a bit to the back. We have some space. In fact, we don't need too much. I mean, supposed to be like a couple of I don't know. Well, you can just do that, and they have more space, for example, for clothes or some I don't know. table and place for work should be having enough space, otherwise it's just too close to this area. So supposed to be this, and I think I will delete this tree at the moment. So just selecting this one, deleting, and I will try to sculpt a bit because it's too much, and I cannot even put here, let's say, no grass, no stone, nothing here. So just trying to do a bit something a bit different, so the hill is not so big, or at least not so steep. Could be easier just having even stones or just grass around. And then we can try to use this smooth to do this hill smaller. So let's see how it's going with the smooth. And in that case we can put here grass, and this is going well. Well, sooner or later we need to put some hills that is not possible to go up, kind of limiting the map. So this one could be one of them. Yeah, it's two steps that you cannot even walk here, or I can just add a few rocks, but at the moment I'm trying to avoid this one, so I'm using this kind of things for temporary limiting the player. Okay. So I will just add now some grass to see how it looks. I have this, not this one. No, not this. And I will add later the trees. Oops, we need to smooth this part also a bit. I don't want to be too close to the house, otherwise I will just have the floor being up. Okay, painting here, maybe something smaller. I need to be on this. I can use something bigger and I can go faster. Okay. Well, more or less like that, and we can later adjust better all of them, and then painting all around with more details, but just initially something faster should be or could be enough like that. I'm not sure about this area. Oops, we need to smooth this part definitely. So smooth. Okay. I'm now painting in this area. More or less I will paint everything around. I mean something like that. What is this? Is this a problem with the painting, or I need to smooth this one also. Smooth here. I don't know why. Was something strange. Okay, and then paint again. What I want to do now is just adding some dirt here. If this one is stopping, I think it's small. Maybe it's too much. I could use even less. Yeah, looks better. And we can even do that here. Some parts. Then this grass. Let's wait a bit. Okay, let's continue. Seems that now Twitch is working properly. I don't know why I have problem with the connections. Not my internet, but just Twitch for some reason. I hope it's not happening again, because it was happening this morning and this afternoon again. And even I was just trying to watch any other people, and I have also problem with them. So probably the issue is coming from Twitch in this case. Here, and then I can add a few things, interactive things, like for example bench here, just to be sure what's the lining. It is 90. Well, this is also satisfying. And we need to block this part. Seems like, I don't know, it's not aligning with the house, but at the same time, let me check from top. Yeah, it's aligning, because I can see that, yeah, it's being aligned. I think so. Okay, another thing that I want to add is just some props here. One thing is just clothes, and for that I need to go to props. Why is my no? Where is this? The browser, second one. Okay, messes, and then it will be like props or environment. So here I have environment, and things that I can use are, just checking the things that I have here. I think props. So this is one of them, and then another one is this one. This is the one that I would like to use here. Rotate a bit. and we can add even more benches or just table. Yes, just a table for work there. So furniture, tables, and I will add this. And then benches, and I can use this one. If you're wondering from where I have all those props, I was just creating all of them. So all the models that you can see in the game I was doing, for example houses, benches, this for the clothes, all the fences, and everything that you can see also in the town, roads, grass, vegetation, trees, everything I was just creating myself. So this is something that you cannot find in the market or any other game. So more or less I was working for 1 year already in the game, so I have a kind of bunch of models that are useful for example furniture or houses, different fences, stones, doors, windows, things like that. So I can just create something fast with almost the same furniture for all of them. I think I will change this one to another model, for example 6. Yeah, more realistic. And I will also props, some wood, messes, props. This one. Hello, Ari Kilbay. Thank you. Yeah, well, Skyrim is so big game, and also it's not new. I mean, had passed a few years already. But yeah, thank you. New technologies, new Unreal Engine. Did you see the town with the market and everything? I'm not sure if this is the first time that you are coming or you have been here before. Because I'm just working a small new area on open side of the map. And this new is almost empty. But I was also working on the Manor House this week, which is almost not finished, but I was creating this house, this big one for... Oh, this is the first time here. Oh, I can show you the game, because sometimes just people coming and not repeating the game if they have been here before. Yes, I'm doing alone. Absolutely alone. I mean everything for, I said, all the message textures, shaders, illumination, the level design maps, the code, C++, the blueprints, the user interface, logo, web, and all the things like that. So I can just show you the game more or less. So the idea is medieval RPG without combat. So this is the market here. So I have a few mechanics like crafting, you have sleeping, walking, eating, yeah, gathering resources, things like that. So you have here the watermill, bake house, a few houses. You have also here uh, the farms for all of them. You have a few NPCs, all this area, and you have also here the church, more houses. Well, just a small town here with also with the well. Not everything have finished, but yeah, things have been doing. And also this area for the manor house that is I was doing this week, which is not completely finished, but have few buildings already missing here, a small chapel that I don't have yet. And I was just working on this area with new things. For example, area for pastures here. I was creating some communal farms. This area that I was creating now that is not finished. I have here another area like sawmill and a few trails, and all of them are being, let's say, connected with another side of the map. So you have also here the river and also a few houses more, a few more things here, and this is the town again. So the idea is just following story. So you have few missions and you need to increase your skill trees, and then crafting, learning things, and so have dialogues also with the NPCs, and then you are just moving from one town to another town and then going to the castle and things like that going there. So more or less I was just creating a few mechanics, and I'm just continue populating the map, planning to do starting a new town next week if I have finished all this area. And this is the first town that you are just walking here, starting here. And all the buildings, as you have seen, all the buildings are already modeled and you can just go inside, so you can just walk there. For example, this is the water mill that is also working. I don't know, for example, houses here, you can just also go there and you have all the furniture, rooms. The same, for example, with the church, so you can just go inside of the church, the tower even, so you have also the tower and many other things. So all the buildings that you see here, you can just go inside and walk, entering for all of them. Let me read. Yeah, I have been working for a year already, so yeah, it's a lot of things. Mainly because I'm also creating a lot of things with I can just show you a few mechanics already. So it's not just only modeling, but also creating like a real game. The mountains is a cylinder around, as you see. It's kind of cylinder. I just put in there one picture. I need to create a nicer picture because I was just taking one from the internet, which is going well, but I need to create a new one. So this is just one picture, and the rest of the things that you see, I'm planning to have a few mountains there. I have nothing from Unreal. I mean, I'm using the engine, but I'm not using, for example, the grass from the Unreal or even textures or anything. I'm not using nothing from Unreal. So the thing that they are just giving for free or just kind of examples, things like that, I'm not using anything. So even I had changed the animation, the player, and everything like that. So everything have been changed. Yeah, even the panoramic is just attached to the player, so it's just moving together with the player. You are never arriving there or being closer to the mountains. So I'm planning to create a few mountains, 3D mountains, being empty, the area that you can also walk there in the distance, but also adding. Maybe I have only one layer now, but I'm planning to have also 2 layers, so there are a bit more variation for that. So this is already the game playing. You can see this is your player, and you can just running or just walking. So this is your guy, and for example here you can go to the house and you can interact with the doors. Well, in that case it's not finished, but anyway. And you can interact also with the windows and doors and things like that. Let's go to the town because I have a lot of things there. This area is almost empty. I'm working on it right now. There is not much options to do, so let's play here. Okay, so this is, for example, the market where you can just buy and sell items. In case that this is the editor and just for testing, I have plenty of things. I have a lot of food, money, and things like that. But anyway, it's just the market here. Sebris, no tengo ningún compromiso familiar. No vivo solo, pero vamos, no hemos hecho ni comida ni absolutamente nada. Yo estoy en mi casa, no he celebrado nada. Así que no he tenido ni voy a tener, vamos. Porque además donde yo estoy lo celebramos ortodoxo. Es decir, a partir del día 31. 24 25 no es nada. So you have here the market. You can interact with all the things like that. Or for example, let's go to this house that probably have a few more things. So you can see, or we can go to this farm, and you can just use, for example, sitting here or using benches. Thank you for the follow, Ari Gelbey. Sorry, it's not so easy to read. And a few things like that. You can also work on farms. You have interaction with doors, things like that. And on the user interface you have your hands, your inventory, and you have your missions here. This is just for the testing, and things like tiredness, religion, hungry, and then it's just few indexes that you need to keep working. And you are free to walk to any place that you want, so everything is just free for work. And you have also dialogues with people. So for example here, talking with this guy, we have dialogues. And then you are just saying this is your player, so you can just choose here whether you're talking. So so that's fine, you can leave at any moment. And also the game is running on 24 hours day cycle. I will just move faster so you can see how the day is passing just using debug keys that I have. So you can see here the sun should be going there and the day just passing, and you can see that's moving. So you have the whole day working, and I will show you how the day is passing. So okay, this is the bell and this is the day ending. So at any time, let's say you are just starting here, you are just playing at this time. So depending on the thing that you are doing, yes, you have also night. You can also play at night, so probably, let me just show you. I can change the time of the day. So yeah, depending on what you are playing, so you have, I'm just changing manually. You see like 7 in the morning. I'm just changing manually, but this is like supposed to be in the game. So you have the whole day, 20, 21, 22, 23, 0, or say 3 AM, I don't know, 12. So okay, I'm playing here, so that's not a problem. And you have here the at night, you're just playing, walking, and everything here. Well, the people is not in the market. I have also a torch that you can use for playing, walking around. Because yeah, you are playing the whole day, so it's supposed to be. Of course, it's dark. It's supposed to be that you are sleeping because you can also sleep. But let me go to a house that have a bed. I think this one. It's supposed to be here. Let me see. So you have here the bed, and you can also sit. So let's sleep with this one. Don't need to sleep now. Yeah, you are tired. Not tired enough. So let's change to another time of the day to sleep. So 11 should be being tired. Let me see. This is just for testing. Okay. So I'm tired. I'm supposed to be then sleeping. And in that case, you see that the time is passing during day and night. Don't take care about the numbers passing because it's just for testing in the editor. This is not really happening on real game. So okay, so you have rested ready. You can see it's already day. If you go there, it's like 9 in the morning. But for example, you could go to some place sitting down, and then the time is passing faster. So let's sit here and resting a bit. Okay, in that case, the time is passing. You can see the clouds passing, and you can see also the sun is moving. So look at the shadows. So I'm just resting here. The day is passing. When I'm just stopping, I continue playing at this time. You know. So this is the whole day-night cycle that I have in the game. So by default, you are just playing like 1 minute is 1 minute in real life, so the time is not passing faster. But if you are working on farms, that's also one of the mechanics, just farming or crafting or sleeping, sitting, things like that. It's just passing the different time. So yeah. So this is not only another art station stand that I'm taking a picture, but the real game. Okay, what I was just doing now is just completing this area. Sebri, está funcionando bien porque antes he tenido que cortar, se me ha cortado 2 veces el streaming y he tenido que volver a empezar. The reason is that I'm completely against violence, and for me violence is not funny. So it's not fun killing people just for nothing. I mean, being funny means killing everyone, so it's not. Sí, Sebri, te decía que si se ve bien, que si no se corte ni tirones ni nada, porque tiene que cortar 2 veces el streaming al empezarle, porque no sé si era Twitch, pero se me cortaba la conexión y me decía que no estaba conectado, por eso he tenido que reiniciar 2 veces. Por eso te digo que si veis que da tirones o algo, me avisa. A ver si fuera. So the reason is this. Muy bien, perfecto. Entonces, the reason is just that everything is like an RPG. So you need to increase your skill. You need to craft things, gathering resource, and also have also dialogues. And this is the way for progress in the game is just dialogue with people. So. Well, this is something that I'm planning to do because it's kind of hunting or just taking chickens, but maybe you don't need to kill them. I mean, you can just use them or take eggs or things like that. So really, I don't see what is the meaning of being fun just killing. For me, it's not the. I don't want to play again just killing people. You know, it's just there are hundreds of ways to be having fun. So the way to progress in this RPG is talking dialogues and doing missions. Increasing your skills and improving your knowledge about a few things. That's the way for increasing or just progressing in the game, increasing your level and things like that. 99% of the game is just killing people. So if you like this kind of games, you are really lucky because you have 100% games for you. You know. Yes. Oh, sorry, but I think you have your number. Name is Epic Error. Okay, because it's white for me. I don't know. It's just giving some of them. Yeah, the sun is just one directional light, so it's that dynamic like this. But I'm using also baking and dynamic light. But yeah, this is the only one that is dynamic. The other ones that I'm using are lights on windows and doors that are just working according to the time of the day and also the orientation of the window, but they are stationary. They are not dynamic. So this is the only one that is dynamic on the game. And of course, all the dynamic shadows that I just taking from them. Yeah, that's the only way to create sun and I mean day-night cycle and working properly. So because it's not jumping from time to time. I mean every single minute it's just moving the sun and it's really passing the day. So I'm being completely all the shadows dynamic is the only way. It's just having one directional light. You have here directional light, movable, so dynamic. This is the one that I have. This is the only one. So yeah, directional light. This is the only one. The rest of the lights are just stationary. So I was just adding here a few things. For example, this table. You have here the clothes, and maybe I would like to put here a few things like storage, which will be maybe some place that is not really messing, or maybe outside here maybe. So storage, this chest. So just paying closer. Is it aligned? Yes. So let's add here, I don't know, something, for example, seeds. Seed onion. Seed radish. Seed and just to add a few things here that could be like rewarding the player arriving to this point. Thank you for the follow, Alex Trade. Welcome. So I have the seeds here just to be paying use. Just in front. Oh, this one is not working well. Okay. Should be working the opposite one for some reason. Okay. Okay. So maybe it's this one. Where's my map? Okay. Now it's fine. Should be just opening always on the direction for the player. So it just went that way, that's going that way. Need to check about the rest of them. So let's go to another one. Yeah, exactly the same problem. I think because I was just duplicating them, so yeah, I need to fix this. Which is just 95. And I guess that this one have the same problem. Yes, 95 here, and that's all. So this fixes it. So if you have any question about the I don't know, about the game development or any part of the development of this game, just let me know. Otherwise, I'm just completing the parts of the map and just working on it. If no one has any question, and I would like to add here more. Maybe this prop also. So something like that. And this one. Is it being aligned? Yes, but this is not. Well, that's strange. Ah, no. That's fine. The only thing is, this is the one that need to be. Okay. Now I will rotate this. Do it like that. Okay. What more could we add in here? No, I don't know. Let me check what I have. So maybe oh, this one could be also good. Have this one, and will be also interactive. I can just put here water, and the limit will be 10. Yes. So we can store here water. So we could have already default capacity them and allowed items. I don't remember. Here I could just put water, and let's say 3 of them or 5 of them. So should be having 5 from them. The water you can use for crafting, for example. So I have a few places where you can just put water there. Okay, in that case I need to have bucket, and then yeah, 5 from them exactly. And here we have all the seeds. I just put this one, perfect. And this is also working. From this point, it's fine. We can also put the furniture inside, or continue just adding a few more things here outside. We could have, for example, some things like this. Oops, but in that case, maybe like this. Let me see, where is this one growing? Is there a few plants? So this is the one. Okay, that's fine. And it's also matching. And the thing is we have enough space to walk here. Up. Yes, not a lot, but it is. Yeah, that's messing. So maybe this is not the right place. I was just thinking to put something inside, and then so maybe boxes here. And a few more here. And of course this is far, so I would like to have also a card on this area, but I'm not sure where we can. Maybe here, maybe here. So a card, maybe this one. Is it just matching the terrain or not? Yes, it is. Okay, so we can have things like this, and of course this is the right place for a few boxes here. So for example this one and this box. Or we can use also this here. Oops. I don't know what can we can add here also. Something more. I don't know. Let me check what I have. Maybe there's something interesting that I could just add here. Not much. Because this one, for example, is big. Oops. No. Maybe this part. But I think this one is big. So we can already move the box speed. It's not a problem. Mm-hmm. 90. And let's paint also this area. Paint. And even needs to be tilt. And maybe this not wet. I need to review the interior of the house, but it seems to me that this needs to be smooth. So it's just taking the sculpting a bit down and then smooth, and also this one to have at least the proper terrain. And this will be faster, just sculpting down and then smooth again, so we have at least the terrain here. I will add also pebbles for this area. So this is the one. This one. No light. Something smaller. So I will add here all this area. Even inside, this is good. Oh, I forgot about painting this small part. Okay. Okay. But I forgot it's just painting here also. This small part. So we just paint, mode, 25, smaller. Just to match the trail. And we need to finish also this small part that's coming from this from the trail, adding also pebbles. And then some grass around. Remove this, the grass, this. Okay. Привет, Гинева. Добро пожаловать. У вас нет расизма. Не сегодня. Oops. Так. I think we'll also maybe fence being here to the close to the trail, of course. I'm also adding a few flowers. Let's paint also this small part. And then forgot about there are pebbles also already here. That's fine. And some kind of fence. I don't know which way, or both ways, or only one. So create here a fence. So for that what I need is farms. And I will add a spline also. A spline here. So let's say coming from this point, rotate. But I will select other fence, like this one. Let me see which one we have. Maybe this. Not this. Dolphin large. We can use this one. So let's create a few points. Duplicate spline. And I will adjust later. I don't want to create a lot of them, so I don't know. A few of them could be enough. I think it's enough. Let's adjust them. So the first thing is this one. Being aligned to terrain, I just hide at the moment the grass, so it's easier to see what is grass, what is the terrain, and so on. So this one need to be this, and this one also into the top. I'm maybe rotating a bit. Well, I will do free rotation. 5 degrees should be too much. Then point to the top again, moving closer, and then rotate to be matching with the terrain, and this one again. Going to move a bit. Let's align them and then rotate a bit to be not completely aligning. For example, this one. Okay, so I will just move this one kind of this, and this is also being rotated like that. Okay, and then I will rotate with this direction just to introduce some variation for that. And then the last one also being a bit on this, and the first one. Just not to be perfectly aligning everything. Even I will move more still to align too much. So something like this. And this one like that. And then having the grass. Some dirt here also. Supposed to be the place that people is just walking often. So paint, 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 dirt. And this area. And few stones or small rocks. Which one? This one. And then single instant this level, and I will add them, for example here initially the trail, the main trail. So it will be like, oops, I think it was not selected grass. Okay, this one is big. I will just move later also this. Oops, it's too much. This is too much. Okay, delete this one and then rotate, and I will move this out of the trail. I delete this. Let's try to paint a new one here. If this is not so big, too big, that's fine. And this one is because they have high collision, so putting something in the middle of the trail should be just really messing on this one also. So yeah, I will delete them. Makes no sense having them on the trail. Just on the track is just messing. Well, in that case, we need to delete also this grass. It's going too far. That's fine. He perdido la conexión. Me he caído. En principio sigo aquí retransmitiendo y a mí de momento Twitch no me ha dicho que no esté online, pero vamos, voy a mirar porque ya te digo que ya me lo ha hecho 3 veces hoy, así que lo mismo me he desconectado y estoy hablando solo. No lo sé. No, en principio me da a mí. En principio me da a mí, pero podría ser, porque me ha pasado 3 veces hoy ya, o sea que podría ser. Y he habido un par de streamers que he intentado verlo, imposible, no me... Pegaba tirones, y imagino que al final quien sea se ha desconectado también porque le pasaba lo mismo, que imagino que se le desconectaba a cada rato y han decidido cortar el streaming. Creo que es problema de Twitch. Creo que es problema de Twitch, que hay un problema, no sé, hoy, por lo que sea. A veces pasa. Alguna vez intentas y ni siquiera te da la conexión, te intentas conectar y no funciona, o sea que bueno. Son cosas que pasan. Ya te digo que empecé antes y se me cortó 3 veces seguidas. He cortado y he vuelto a empezar el streaming al rato. He borrado los vídeos y todo eso. Y parece que ahora está funcionando. O sea, quiere decir que había empezado, he estado pintando aquí cosas. Pinté un poco el terreno, cambié vallas y tal. Y he tenido que volver a empezar el vídeo, pero bueno. No pasa nada. Eso os lo habéis perdido, esos 5 minutos. Hola Miguel. Feliz Navidad. ¿Qué más podemos poner por aquí? Árboles. Vamos a poner aquí algún árbol. Árboles. Environment. Single player. Aquí. Y aquí. Ah, bueno. Sí, ya te digo que si los estás viendo en YouTube, a lo mejor ahí va bien. Yo creo que el problema es de Twitch en general. Que no sé por qué. Y estos voy a poner aquí 2, pero me gustaría que fuesen seguramente grandes. O uno quizá grande. Vamos a ver. Este lo borro. Este también lo borro. Y este lo voy a escalar. Para que sea grande. Incluso así debería ser más grande. Es para que desde el camino se vea. Quiere decir que está detrás del árbol. Sí, pero voy a moverlo. Voy a moverlo un poco. De hecho lo pondría como por aquí. Si es que se puede. ¿Sabes? En principio a mí me gustaría como por aquí. Pero no sé si eso va a quedar aquí curioso o no. Y hay que mirar dentro. A ver si no hay hierbas dentro. No. Correcto. Ayer no, esta mañana. ¿No has visto esta mañana que he estado pintando toda esta? Que cuando he pintado las tres pequeñas aquí ya está. Pero por ejemplo la de ayer, todo esto, sí es verdad, todo esto estaba vacío, el camino estaba recto, he hecho el camino este, el otro. Es decir, bueno, así vas completando poco a poco. Y en realidad son ¿cuánto? 2 horas que he hecho, otras 2 horas 4 o así, tampoco... No sé, la verdad es que no me convence mucho, está bastante, no sé, como vacío, no sé, está como un poco cutrecillo toda esta zona. No sé, pero bueno, luego ya le doy otro repaso, es decir... Ahora sí me había desconectado, ¿eh? No lo sé si vosotros lo habéis notado, pero sí se ha desconectado esto. Ahora sí, pero bueno, ha vuelto a conectar. Ahora no sé, ¿está conectado o no? Avísame cuando te reconectes, si es que lo hace. Ah, ok, estoy online ya. Ah, ok, estoy online ya. Ok. Pues vamos a seguir. Ya te digo que es el problema de hoy. No sé qué pasa con Twitch, que te desconecta cada rato, luego no te detecta que estás conectado hasta no sé cuánto rato. Es decir, te entrecorta muchísimo. Sí, es de Twitch. Porque ya te digo que en YouTube si me funciona me va bien. Y sí, en YouTube me va bien. Es cosa de Twitch hoy en concreto. Que bueno, ya que he empezado voy a seguir el vídeo, pero si no... No. De hecho llevo 1 hora, pienso estar otra hora más. Y siempre me despido antes de ir, me pregunto y todo eso. Pero ya te digo que Twitch ya me ha pasado hoy 4 veces en este rato. O sea que no sé por qué Twitch, porque ya te digo, como hago restreaming también en YouTube. En YouTube sí funciona y no se corta. Pues también lo estoy comprobando. En YouTube no se corta. Es simplemente el Twitch que me corta la conexión por lo que sea. Me está desconectado. Me empieza un nuevo vídeo, ¿sabes? Y por eso ahora mismo me ha vuelto a reiniciar. Ningún usuario aquí, ningún viewer, ni nada de eso. Pero ya te digo que en YouTube sigue el vídeo. O sea, ni siquiera se ha cortado porque he seguido emitiendo en OBS. Pero por lo que sea Twitch me desconecta. En fin. Bueno, vamos a seguir por donde íbamos. Te has aguantado aquí. Problemas técnicos. A ver si somos capaces de terminar la segunda hora sin que se corte. De todos modos, si se corta, pues se puede escribir en el chat porque a mí no se me ha ido internet. Es decir, que es simplemente Twitch que me desconecta del streaming. OBS está funcionando, YouTube está funcionando, pero simplemente me dice... O sea, Twitch me dice que estoy desconectado. Y ya está. Creo que voy a poner aquí algún árbol, ¿no? Aquí delante. O dos árboles pequeños. Aquí. Ups. Aquí single instance. Quiero que sean dos árboles pequeños. Así que los voy a reducir. Y flores. Vamos a poner aquí flores. Sean, por ejemplo, las flores rosa. Pero avisarme si veis que se corta, o bueno, irá con delay, eso seguro, pero si veis que se me corta o me he quedado sin internet, escribirlo en el chat, porque ya te digo que a mí no se me va internet y el chat si lo leo y puedo escribir yo. Pasa que bueno, si me dice que está desconectado, porque aquí el OBS me sigue funcionando, pero simplemente me desconecta Twitch. Y claro, yo no me puedo enterar. Este. No sigue quedando aquí. Esto hay aquí mucho espacio vacío. No sé exactamente qué poner aquí o qué hacer. Voy a ver qué tengo, a ver si se me ocurre algo. Buildings, churches, farm. Podría poner esto. Blueprints, buildings, farm. Podría poner esta caseta, así que vamos aquí a cambiar esto. Small to flatten. Mm. Flatten. Y hay que pintar también el suelo. Ups. Paint mode. Dirt. Single instant, no light, 64. Okay. Pienso que aquí. I will add also a toilet in this area. It's supposed to be remote area, so they have a lot of space. It's called smooth, flatten. And then toilet. I'm painting terrain again. Painting here. dirt. Oh, mood wet. This is the right place. Mood wet. And then dirt. Still alive? I'm afraid that I'm being disconnected. Anyway, I just keep doing. Well, this tree should be... this one should be closer. I want this one being closer. Can I just move this? This one is closer and... here. Still a bit empty. Supposed to be that they have some space here, I don't know, for working or having some space for, I don't know, living really. So seems to me too empty, this area. They are not really using, or just think about small town, old town. You have plenty of things, just rubbish all around, and that's strange that they don't have any other things like that. So that's I'm trying to think, how could I just add here? Houses, no. It's Manor House. Let's try to add this. Not bad. Yeah, something really simple, but can make a bit small difference for that. So just come into this way. It now looks better. Maybe something here also. So buildings, market, no, nothing in market. Workshops, no. I think we'll add anyway wooden parts here. And this will need to be also aligning, for example 18, and then this is also 18. Or now I can just move 90 degrees and should be just matching. And I will paint again for dirt here, just being around. White. Oops. No. Okay. You. Okay, still connected. Save. Okay, I think I would like to put something here, but at the moment I don't know what. Or maybe when I'm creating new assets, maybe I will have something that I can just replace or put something here. At the moment I don't have any other thing, and more or less I think this area is complete with a few things that you can use or reuse, and also the farm. I will add some gameplay later when I have the one of the things that I'm planning to do here for the story. I will do later for that. I would like also to add this is maybe in common areas, not this, not trails, where they are, the what's the light mass, importance volume. This one is down, this is also down. Okay, so I will create this important volume here, so new volume, light mass, importance volume here to better calculate the this is communal fun. Yes, I calculate here the light mass when baking on this area. It's supposed to be, let's create something bigger. No, this one is even bigger. Oops. And maybe 500. Is this enough? No. 1000. It's just defining the area that should be your allocating gameplay later. So it's like create better illumination in this small area, but not the rest of the game, of the map. So it's just something like better illumination here, but not really a lot. So not a big difference. So you will not see any like a small square or different lining for that, but just having better lining here, for example with the house and a few props, than just having normal illumination. So here it's just spending like a bit more time calculating those things. No, this I think this one, yeah, because I can just cover this one small and that's all. Well, I also can create bigger, so I can just move and match with this. Yeah, that's fine. In fact, I could just reduce speed. Fine. I don't have big problems when I'm baking, because most of the things are being with really low light mass map. So you can see here, I will just show you. Light map density. As you see, not counting things that are being mobile, you see that everything is just really blue, and even some of them are really low on detail. So for that, as you see, it's just not taking much, like 16, 8, 32 some cases, but really most of them are just like 16 or even 8 for really small things. So this is not taking a lot of time for rendering. This is the one of the, I think this, let's check, because maybe they have different resolution for different lots. I think this is the problem. So what is the resolution for this one is, as you see, 16, which is really small. So this is 16, and I can just create even smaller for the second lot. So creating like 8. Save, and then just okay. So you see, like this is the lot 0, and then just going far is lot 1, which have even less resolution for that. So that's why you're having that's something strange. And this is the same problem with those. This is the house. Oh, what's this? Flower? Ah, yeah, I see the flowers. But this is really low because I'm not even having illumination on flowers, so I don't care about this. But the rest of the thing, as you see, this is mobile because it's open and close, and this is mobile for the doors and windows. This also because it's just using a few things for box collision to be kind of mobile. But the rest of the thing, as you see, are really low on resolution, so the baking is not really taking a lot of time. So we have already a new area for that, more or less fine until we have more things to do here. I need to finish also this area. That at the moment also I don't have more things to do or just to add there. So I have still maybe 30 minutes for this video. So if you want to see another part, or I don't know, if you want that I'm working on anything that's more interesting for you, just let me know and I will continue working on it. Instead of maybe doing more level design, I can just even, I don't know, modeling some things, or just doing blueprints, anything, I don't know. Really up to you if you want to see something. I think we should add here just small patch of grass. Really small patch of grass. There's something here. No. Okay. Yes. Let's review what can we do in these 30 minutes, because I'm not planning to create like a new house or new building. For example, here that I'm missing, I'm not planning to do that. Even modeling in Blender, if it's something really small, it's fine, otherwise it's not taking the way to do that. So I'm thinking to do something small in these 30 minutes. I could just complete or do a few things that I need to do on this house, which is from Blender is almost done, but from the blueprints I need to do a few things. Yet I'm missing a few things. So first thing that I need to do is creating the box. Do I have the box? No. So box collision. This box collision needs to be static and needs to be only, I think it's custom, not everything except bound overlap. But let me check out the house. I don't remember if I'm doing properly. This one, for example. And I can check if the collision is the same. Overlap only bound. I think this is overlap only bound is enough. Yes. block overlap. Maybe, yeah, maybe this. So the thing is just defining with this block. What I'm defining is the house where, oops, in that case, well, I will create two of them. I can create and detect when I'm inside of this house. So the first thing I need to do is extend this to be, I don't remember the size of this house, 400, just this 400, and height need to be is 125. This is the first floor, so I will create a bit bigger because you can just overlap them, no problem. And then front, and this is also, oops, 400. This is the one that I have, don't remember, 350. I think something like that. Well, need to be a bit smaller. So when you are outside, you are not, for example, changing the illumination that you have when you are inside. And then this need to be a bit smaller, just matching with the walls. Okay, so this is the first room that we have. So when we are going inside, what we are doing is just notifying this building to say we are inside, outside. So for that we have this begin overlap and end overlap, which is just saying on enter building, and then passing the actor this entering, because you can just enter with NPC, and then in that case it's not taking care about the lighting or not, switching lights for windows or doors, or for example changing the post-processing, things like that. So that is not taking care if you are not the player, so any other actor is just ignoring. What we need to do is also create another box for the second floor. The problem is that the second floor is bigger, so I cannot use the same one, otherwise I will have this one which is really straight, and that's why I cannot use exactly the same for both of them. But in some houses I have been using exactly the same. Also I have few rooms, so I can just detect when you are inside or outside, and also it's just detecting the collision on which level are you inside. So you are this one and then go to the second one and then going back, and you have two rooms on them just matching. It means more than one you are inside, so it's just even detecting this thing. And this one is no, this 39 I think, and this one will be 500. Need to be smaller, but in this case it's not so critical because you cannot really walk on this part, so that is something not being a problem. Yeah, something like that. And then front, well, in that case need to be smaller to be matching only this area. So you see that I need this area for the another one, so this is just matching this corridor, but the second one this just needs to be smaller. So for that I will use 300, even less, not a problem, I cannot match them. And the same here. So but in that case for the second box we need to change also this overlap only bound. Okay, being overlap and also end overlap. So I will rename this like first floor, and this one will be box second floor, and do the same here, like on enter building, and connecting with the actor with this colliding, and then on leave building. And then I need, oops, what's happening here? And then I need to define the rooms. So I will take, for example, this one, which is more or less identical for any other house. So what I need to do is, this is all for lining doors, things like that, but what I need to do is defining this room, and then okay, let me see which one is the box here. So find reference to see beginning overlap. Okay, I have this one already. Add door, set rooms. This is the one that I need to create, so I'm just copy paste set rooms, and what I need to do is just remove this and create this one there. Add a new being, and we have second floor here. So the building have all the code to manage rooms and detecting when you are going inside, outside, and things like that. So I want to check this and see if because the lighting is changing, even the sounds and things like that. So it should be just working as expected. I don't need to create any other code, just saying which is the room and saying what to do with this. As you see, the sound is just reducing, and also the lighting, because I'm inside of the house, so this is just detecting this area. Let's say this one. Can you see? And also you have the sound on 3D sounds from the door. Well, if you are not using headphones, you cannot detect this one, but it's just using the sound here. Okay, so we are outside. Yeah, we are keeping still inside. And we are outside now. The sound and the lighting is completely different being inside, outside. So that's working with this. And I need to create now rooms, but I don't think that I will do right now, because I need to put also the windows and doors, and then when you are opening, it's also detecting which door is in which room. So when you are leaving the room, it's just switching off the light for the windows or doors that you have there, and when you are entering in the room, it's just switching on again the lighting for windows and room and doors, just to simulate the real illumination for the house and the windows according to the time of the day and also the orientation of the window. So you have different intensity from windows and doors, and it's like having like real illumination, not being dynamic, but system for stationary simulating this one, coming from the point of the window, and having also indirect lighting and direct lighting field system. So it's something a bit complex, but it's working quite well. So yeah, that's something that I'm just adding. So the only thing I need to do is just defining, for example, the lights, which is just windows, doors, and then defining doors that are being associated to rooms. So you see here rooms, and then detecting rooms for lights per room, things like that. After that, the building is controlling everything. What about this? Also this is the same for rooms. It's just switching off and on them. Yeah, that's how it works. All the system. Anyway, at the moment we have already this, and we need to define also the doors. Yeah, we can define also the doors, so the building can lock doors and unlock doors. So let's check in this the doors, how the doors are being defined. I think it's set doors, add door. This is add door. Is the thing that having for the building. Yes, so I will do add door. And we need to say which door, which room. In that case, we have both doors in the same room, because I mean you have one door here, another one, but this is the box for the same one. Yeah, I need to create different ones. Which is door one? Which one? This door one? No. Door 3 is also inner door. This is the one that I'm doing. Door, I don't know. Outside, or just main door. Yeah, not outside. That's fine. And this is the door that I want to define. This one is coming here. Door. This is the box that is controlling or just being connected to this one. So when I move into the second floor, this door is being kind of disabled, and then activated again when I'm entering on this room again. And from that, I hope that this is also locking the door, because resetting being assigned the house. By default, all the doors are being locked. Exactly. So the doors are locked by default. All I have a few keys for debug, but all the doors, outside doors, are locked. So you can just play, and as the game is progressing, you are just unlocking doors. By default, should be all of them are locked, and then dialogues or missions are just unlocking doors. That's why. Just defining which door in which house, when the level is resting, starting, is just locking everything, just in case. We have also here this area. I'm just checking whether I was adding here, so maybe it's an idea for adding also in the level that we have been doing. Well, this one, for example, I'm not doing that. I didn't add this one, which is nice. Let's add this. So this, and where are the props? The sawmill. This is a wheelbarrow. Here. There are really a lot of things, a lot of assets that I was already modeling, and I was just counting kind of 100, even more, and sometimes just forgot what I have. So I'm just checking other areas, maybe I have found things that could be interesting. Or we just try to put inside. No, inside I don't have enough space inside. Maybe we can find something interesting. Yeah, for example, this one I'm adding decals also. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine there. Yeah, I would like to add NPCs there, but when I'm doing the gameplay, I will be doing. Just checking what we have. Stones. That's fine. I cannot find anything, for example, that I have been using in other farms, and it looks nice that I would like to add to this new level. Which level is this one? The down. Okay. Yeah, only furnitures on the house. Okay, let's add a couple of them. Something. For those houses, I would like to have also fire in the middle that I don't have yet, where you can craft. But at the moment I don't have this. And here we need to add all the things are interactive. So, for example, the bed is interactive here. You can sleep. Oh, it's following now. Auris 3D, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Hello Switchmark. Thank you so much. And Switchmark also, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Yeah, I'm developing alone. Also modeling, texturing, codes, level design, vegetation, flowers, trees, grass, everything that you see in the game. I'm not using any of the Unreal that they are giving for free or in the examples that you can reuse or things like that. I have created all my messes, models, trees, grass, flowers, textures, rocks, everything, all the furniture, code, everything that you see. If you're interested in some part, you can see in the YouTube channel. Let me just show here the links. I have the YouTube channel and I'm uploading later, or almost after a few days I'm uploading all the videos. So I have like more than 100 videos already with all the streaming that I have been doing in the past. And I have been, for example, modeling a lot of things, or I don't know, creating new areas. I have been doing even some things for few times already. So yeah, if you are interested in, I don't know, some things, for example this one I was doing during streaming with the blueprints already, with the door, because it's interactive, so you can just open it. This one, let me play. So for example here you see that you can just open this one. What? No, not working. Anyway, there's some problem, but I mean it has code, and also yeah, doors of course. So for example this one also was modeling during streamings, and a few props, I don't know, fences, a lot of them, or small things like that when I need some of them, and just creating. So yeah, you can find, I don't know, modeling things or texturing, creating houses, everything that you see. So yeah, there are a lot of things that you could see on the streaming already. But anyway, you are always welcome to come here and ask anything you want. But just in case you are missing some of them, or in the future you don't have time to come to the streamings, I'm streaming 2 times a day, morning and afternoon. So I hope this is a couple small one, couple small, and this is clear here. and I will not put anything. Let's put one bread. Bread. Where do I have bread? What bread? So inside of the houses, almost everything is interactive. Like for example, the bed, if it's loading, okay, the storage, chairs, windows, doors, everything. So here, for example, you have bread already, and you can also sleep. So I will add a few things like that. Props. On furniture, I have also shelves. I will add this one big. Hello, Captain Halfrain. Welcome. I'm just filling the house that I have in the new area. Just adding a few furniture. Why is this one okay? Okay. Is it fine? Not much. Now it is. And I will also, for example, tables. Oh no, I will add this one better. And I will change this to something different. And then benches. Rotate. But I will add something. No, this one no. I will add something that you can really use. So for them, I will put this and then change to bench 8. Okay. And then you cannot use this side. No, this side. Thank you. Thank you very much. Trying to do my best, of course, but being alone and being mainly coder, my models are quite basic, and you see they are basic. Like most of them are just squares, and I'm reusing a lot of texture just to reduce the number of texture on the site and time loading and things like that. So I'm just reducing a lot, but I'll put another seat here. Planning to put later in the middle like a fire or something. In that case, what I need to do is blocking. No, this one again. I'm Spanish, so I speak Spanish. I do my streaming on English always, but I speak also Russian. So in case that you have any question and you are not good on English, you can use Spanish or Russian either. So that's why I have my streaming in kind of 3 languages. And I will add another one here. And I will change the model to, I don't know, something different. This one could be. Yeah, I was living in Russia. So yeah. Usually I speak Russian in my daily time, because I'm not living in Spain right now, and yeah, usually I use Russian, but I understand that doing the streamings is just better doing that in English. It's just for more people, and also I'm just uploading later the videos to YouTube, so I understand that English should be the best one. So that's why I'm doing all of them in English. Also, for example, for the website or videos or things like that. Ну, привет тогда. Аурис 3D. Привет тоже. Конечно, можно все спросить на русском. Так, могу читать свободно, без проблем. Могу тоже объяснить все без проблем, если... Конечно, да. No, jeśli nikt nie sprosi niczego nie сказали, я так и делаю на английском, чтобы больше людей это не понимает. Но если приехали сюда обычно, так возможно, в любой момент можно спросить. Иногда тоже мало людей, почти один, можно так и на русском тоже не проблема. What more we could just add in here? The lighting is not so good. I mean, before I'm just baking, you see it's too bright. But if I'm going to any other house that I have this one, you will see that it's much easier or nicer to be inside with better lighting and also the ambient occlusion and things like that. But at the moment, just not doing that. Right now, what I have is just playing with the texture for the floor. But yeah, probably I will change this one to have another thing, and also I can just put over that, for example, decals or things like that, so not having like a texture for all of them. Or I can even create the texture with the floor together with a decal, or just create something. For example, as I say, I'm planning to put here like fire, so it could be something like this round, and it will be more or less for all the houses. So in that case, I could just kind of bake the texture for this house specifically and not having really like one single texture for all of them. Most of the texture I was just taking from internet. Well, all of them I was taking from internet, but I'm planning maybe in the future to have some money. I would like, of course, to have this Quixel Megascan texture, especially for the terrain that I have. This one is from Quixel, is quite good, but the one for the grass is quite bad. So at the moment it's just using this one kind of placeholder, but I can replace later. And for the houses it's the same, so I'm planning to have like better texture for the floor, or just baking, as I say, matching properly, for example with a dirt round, so it's just matching with this house, and I don't really need to be painting every single house for that. Yeah, I was trying this, but the thing is I'm not using, because in that case I need to create one single texture per object, which takes time and also a lot of RAM memory for the texture and doing the streaming texture. So what I'm doing is using tileable textures, one key, all of them are reused the same. So for example, this is the same like this one is this, and also this one that you see here is the same from the from this part. This is the same for all of them. So I have like a 3 or 4 textures for wood, 3 or 4 for stones, things like that. I'm reusing all of them. And the thing, for example, for plaster in the walls is creating everything is tileable, and also this one. So I'm reusing the same texture for all of them, and then just using decals. So if I'm removing the decals right now, you see that just removing the decals, you can see that all of them are using exactly the same texture, so it's completely plain and clean. But in that case, when I'm using the decals, it's just creating like some variation for them. Yeah, I don't need to have so big textures. Yeah, I can create mine, but it doesn't matter, because it means in the end you have one single per object. That's what I'm trying to avoid. So all the houses are using the same plaster. All the houses are using exactly the same texture for touched part, for example, or even for the wood part. But the only thing that I'm doing is just having a parameter in the shader to define the size of this tile for all of them. So depending on how big is your UV, I'm just redimensioning from the shader, but reusing the same texture for all of them, doesn't matter which size, and all of them have enough resolution. Being big or small doesn't matter, because all of them are being tileable, being adjusted at the size of the object, but I'm reusing all the textures. So creating mine from custom pattern is fine, or designer, but I'm creating 1 or 2 or 3 of them, and that's all. I mean, if I need to create one per object, it's exactly the same problem, you know? Yeah, exactly. So I can create mine tileable for example, good part, you know, that's fine. So this is wooden, and I can create for good, or for example, touched, things like that, you know, or for example, the trunk of trees, things like that. Yeah, exactly. But in the end, the method that I am using is exactly the same. From where is the texture coming? it's not so important. I mean, this is not the reason that I'm choosing this option and not the another one. The thing is not creating single texture per object and reusing tileable and then adding decals for all the buildings. So because here I have only one, but if I'm going to the town, I see here if I'm going to the town, I have a lot of buildings, and all of them are reusing exactly the same material. Let's say the same touched material, or for example the roof, the wooden parts and plaster, and the same material for doors and everything that I have all around. You can see all of them are using exactly the same texture, all of them, but just using, for example, decal. You have like variation from houses, like these things here, but all of them are being using decals. So if I'm just hiding all the decals, you see all of them are using exactly the same material, the same texture, and there is no variation between houses, not using decal. So adding decals, you have all those variations that are not being in the material. So it's just being decals all around. So I think that you understand what's the difference, and doesn't matter from where the texture is coming. So tailable and not using, for example, some banner to create one single texture per object. I've been working almost a year already. Yeah, almost a year. But the problem was that the first game that I was doing in CryEngine, so I was moving to Unreal Engine, and I need to learn the engine also. Not everything, because I know about games and so on, but I need to learn the engine. So the first time it was almost only modeling things, everything on 3D that you see, for example, houses, props, cards, things like that, and also at the same time learning the engine. So and then I was just starting creating a few things for gameplay, things like that. But after the time, I just finding maybe other ways or things to do better, and was factoring a few things, and there are some of them that still are like old code that I should just refactor, but at the moment it's just working, and that's fine. So that's why I was, let's say, spending much more time as expected than really working on the game. So just I was working on the game at the same time also learning the engine, but that's fine. I like it. So I think that the hardest part was creating all the props, access, everything that is more or less matching well. Or for example, having this workflow for, I don't know, vegetation, grass, trees, all the optimizations, and then having, for example, those tailable, creating all the decals that I'm using. Of course, I can just reuse much faster right now, for example, the texture. So creating all the base for everything was taking longer, and after that I just created things really fast. For example, this house, which is something complex, or let's say a bit bigger, this one that you see here, which is, of course, you can go inside. You have 4 rooms there, all the rooms, doors, and you have also, for example, the chimney. You have also steps to go to the second floor. You have everything here, also another room. So this is something a bit bigger, you know, like not complex for people working on 3D, but I mean, this is not simple as a table. This one was taking maybe around 10 hours. I was doing completely on streaming, so you can just check there if you want. Only for the modeling, all the UVs, all the things like that. And then texturing was like, I don't know, 10 minutes, 5 minutes. And then adding all the decals that I have here was taking a bit more time. I was also doing during streaming, so you want to check, for example, you can see all things how I did all the process. So the texturing part is much faster than just being, you know, all the models, you know. So yeah, thank you very much. I hope that you are here and just seeing the progress and just watching the new areas and also some gameplay that's already done. So that's why modeling new things is just fine. Also reusing some of them that I'm already doing before, and then texturing in 5 minutes and then moving to another thing. I don't really need to spend a lot of time. So now having a lot of things, all the base, all the workflow, textures, shaders, shadows, things like that, everything is just yeah, moving much faster. Just creating a few models for things that I'm needing, or just, for example, like this, just adding a lot of props that I have already done. Because since that all the props are almost the same, but I have like more than 100 props, so this is really a lot of things that you can reuse. And furniture, I don't have a lot, but also you can see a few variations. Mainly because on this area, this is only for a small town and serfs, so people that don't have much money, and you are not expecting to have a lot of variation. For example, everything is wooden and not metal, or having nice clothes, things like that. So more or less are just really basic, but not only because my models are basic, but because that is expected to be something basic for these kind of people, so they are not having a lot of furniture, and also quite simple almost everything. So that's why I was creating simple things, but I have a few variations of them already. So now I'm moving really much faster than it was in the past. And now I need props. This one. So for example, this one I can just change the texture because all of them are working the same. So I can change the texture and it's working. Doesn't matter about the UV or things like that. So everything is working. And I can change even the props, just the colors. I don't need to change anything, reusing all the lots and things like that. Just things like that. So now just populating the map with houses or just vegetation or even furniture is really taking not much time. This is going really fast. I can put there pocket, for example. Some of them, for example, this one with all the dirt of this one is only not only the normal, which I was also baking for this case, but also reusing in the shader, merging some dirt together with the material here. So it's just like in the shader I'm reusing different shaders, reusing the same shader, the same materials again, the same textures. So in the end I don't need to really stream a lot of them, but just creating different shaders, which is also not taking a lot of time. So I can kind of bake dirt on shaders and not really in the texture. I think I will add another one. This is too big. I don't like it. Okay, put this, and I will just test everything that I can just walk and see it and things like that. It's a bit empty, but anyway. Okay, play. So you can walk any house, any building, tower, everything like that. So I'm just checking all the time that you really have space and not just being blocked by proxies or things like that. So that's fine, because you don't need to be walking here. In that case, should be being able to, for example, sit here, then walking, having access to the bed, cupboard. In case that I have a few things here, I will be able to walk. For example, here I cannot pass, this one is not enough, so I need to move this a bit to the left. I'm also checking about the doors, things like that, so you have space for everything. For example, interacting with the doors, windows. Okay, what about this? Yeah, this also is too much to stipulate this way. I need to fix a bit this. This one is passing, and also here, for example, it's just going through this one. So I will move a few things that is just really blocking the player. This one I will just, for example, locate here, so you have more space. And the problem here is I don't have enough on this one. I will move a bit, and we'll see if I can just walk in this area also. And this one is also blocking, so I need to move this one more. This time this is passing. This one, well, not here. Yeah, the problem is this bench. Since long. What can I do with this? Do I have something smaller? I can just change to another one that maybe is smaller. This one is the same size. This one is small, maybe too much. No. This one is smaller, but I don't like much. What about this? How big it is? Now it's passing here, and not this one. Let's move it to the left. Okay, well, I can move this one. This is not a big problem, but the thing is, if I have enough space here, okay, I have. So the only thing I need to do is just move this a bit out. And right click. This is the hardest part, creating houses with, for example, 2-floor doors, corridors, things like that, that you need to be sure, not with the furniture, I mean, but just all the walls, doors, access into windows, passing, crossing, for example, the stairs that you have seen in this house. So that you need to be sure that you have space to access to everything in this house and not being blocked or, I don't know, some of the furniture or things like that. Okay, I think more or less this area is already done. I don't think I need to add a few things. Furniture here. Yeah, maybe some dishes, things like that I don't have yet. I need to move this one a bit. Also to the wall. So I can move this here. Just to be sure everything's going. The door, passing the door also. How it looks from the distance. I need to make the terrain again, so with just painting and have few lines here, lines like that. From this point, being honest, you cannot see even the house. And what about from this part? There's no bad because the trees are just covering the most of the parts, so I was just not painting everything. The cooling is just helping with that. Why this tree? This tree I think is having different lot distance. This one is already far. Okay, moving now. So what I can see from this point is here you can see the house, you have the area from this point. I was creating this small tray this morning with another stream just to connect both sides. And here you cannot see the house. So from this area, from the forest, you can see the house. Maybe I need to put like one tree in front. I mean, just something like here maybe. Yeah, in that place I don't have any tree. This one could be maybe. I need to change also the lot for this one, the lot distance for this one. maybe here, which is just covering the house from the distance here, just not painting all those things. But anyway, you can just move from this trail, so that's just fine. And how it looks from the hill. Yeah, a few things are being disappearing about the cooling distance is too much, so some of them are being just disappearing. Yeah, like the fences, for example, they are just disappearing. You cannot see the fences, so it's going closer, they start just popping, which is fine. It's good for performance. But when you are far, you can see only the terrain and painting terrain and no assets there at all. That's fine. So yeah, they start appearing, also the rocks, things like that. Can I go this way? Yes. And then passing. Yeah, I need to work a bit on this part. This too steppy. It create like small trails. And I would like to know why this one is not working. Where this one is being located here. That's fine. Okay. I see. I didn't define any degrees for the door, so the door is kind of opening, closing, and there are no degrees. So I should maybe probably put some value on the, yeah. But in that case, it need to be the opposite word. Minus 110. I think I should just create here a value for that. Otherwise, I will have the same problem. Degrees minus 90, for example, by default. Come on. So now it should be working. Let's check this. Yeah. So now it's working. Was expected to be working. I have problems with the RAM. And I'm afraid just restarting will take really long. So you have any question, you want to say something more, or I don't know about gameplay mechanics, anything, or maybe another part of the level, or maybe you have question about game development, as you say, for example, for texture, things like that. If you have any question, just let me know. Otherwise, I think I will be just walking 5 minutes round, giving you a few time because maybe you have a quick delay. I'm afraid that you have delay. So in case that you have any question, otherwise as usual I'm just streaming it every day, morning and afternoon. This is the afternoon streaming in case that you are from another part of the world, I don't know. So yeah, I will be in that case just leaving the streaming here because I'm not planning to start a new thing, and usually I'm just doing videos for 2 hours, not to have so long videos. Well, in case it's people interesting, just it's not problem being longer, but I mean just not to start a new thing and then leaving it in the middle of the video. So if you have any question, want to see any other thing, otherwise I will just leave here the streaming, and I will come tomorrow again as usual. I'm streaming every single day. I will be also streaming all the kind of holidays for people. So yeah, because I see there are maybe new people here in the streaming. I mean not new, but I have been here for a few time, and they are maybe not commenting, or they want to see any part of the game mechanics or things like that. So for example here about the windows that we're just talking, we can just play there. Dialogues. So here is a dialogue for this guy. So these whole dialogues are working. And for example here you can use the windows. You can see that lighting is working like natural lighting. For example the door, you see also that is more light in the room. So I'm just closing this one. For example, you can see that you have less light. For example here, if I'm just doing to see this darker, if I'm opening this lighting, so the windows are also working. This is the direction for the sun right now, so that this time this one is having more light than this one, for example. So if I'm closing this one and then open this, as you see, you don't have a lot of light, but in case that I'm opening this one, you have a lot of light inside. So the windows are working like a dynamic light, but it's not dynamic, so it's just being much better for performance, but simulating with these stationary lights. And you have also one light going inside and another light going kind of outside, so just filling all this one like in the lining. And this is exactly for the door, so you have also illumination from the door. So as you can see, you can feel that this light is just coming from outside. If you are just closing this one, this is darker again. You have here the light, for example. If I close, you see there is no light here coming from outside. So that's how all the doors and windows are working with a real illumination for any building that I have in my game. So all of them are working exactly the same, and being just according to the orientation of the window and time of the day. So for example, this one is illuminating a lot, but if I'm moving to, and this one is not, because right now the time is morning. If I'm moving something in the afternoon, I will just do for debugging. So something like 900, I think. So in that case, this one is not illuminating a lot, as you see, but this one is giving more light, as you see here. So the lighting is according to the time of the day and then the orientation of the window. And this is giving me like real lighting. Let me see. Okay. So now if we change time of the day, everything is working. Still of course missing a few sounds, effects. Of course, many models, things like that. But yeah, working. You have also NPCs that they are working or having a plan for the world day. They are going to sleep during night. For example, the market is empty during the night and they are here during the day. And every single NPC is completely different, so they have different plans, different dialogues. So it's like one thing is the model, another one thing is the logic for every single NPC. You can also work in farms. Let me just try to plant something. Yeah, I have this one activated. Should be. So the first thing you need in your hand, you need seeds, and you have also some tool to work. So in case, for example, I don't have this, let's say remove this. Let's say, well, you cannot work without any tool. You know, in case that I have this tool in my hand, I can just equip it here. I will just remove the seeds. So if I'm planting, say you don't have seeds, so you need to have kind of both of them to be working. And in that case, this is free form, so you can just plant here and you can plant here, just the place where you are just planting, and after that you can work on them. So when you are working on it, time is passing faster, you are being hungry and being tired also. I will just do it again. You can see the things here on the bottom, a lot of code for debug things, and you see that the plants are just growing. If I'm trying to work more today, this is just the charts there. No, you cannot see the bell, but it's just doing that. If I'm trying to work again, it says I have been working already today, so I need to wait until tomorrow to work again. After a few days working on it, you can already harvest and you will have in your inventory. So you can just also work here and you will be more tired and more hungry, like that. Also, time is passing faster and you see that it's darker because time have been passed. And you can check here what's the time of the day at any time. So I have been working on all of them. That's all. I can also work on farms, for example this one. But this one, since it's not yours, so you need to agree with people to help them. Things like that. Up here. This is not activated this. So this is one of the way or the mechanics that you are working on farms. And you can also work in another farm that is not yours, helping people. In that case you don't need to buy the seeds, for example, or tools like that. Anyway, of course you need tools for that. And during the time just passing, you are more tired and then in the end you need to sleep. So this one, your tiredness here, for example hungry, already you can eat something. So for example here I have bread and I need to change the icon, but this one is kind of eating this one. So eating this one is increasing. I can eat also, I don't know, for example this, I think, or I don't know which one. Well, let's try this. Okay, so I'm just eating and then it's increasing this hungry to be healthy, and then removing from my inventories. I have ready this eating mechanic and also sleeping, resting. For example, I can rest here, sitting, it will be increasing my tiredness and time is also passing. Or I can do things like, for example, here for religion. So I have this cross where I can just pray and then it's just moving and my religion is just increasing. As you see here, time is passing faster and religion is increasing. So well, the numbers are not well adjusted, so I need to balance the game, but just for testing, I mean the mechanics is working. So time is passing again and you see it's just going to be almost night. So you see here that the time is just coming to be night. You cannot see even the sun already. The fog, the color of the fog, color of the horizon, skylight, a lot of things are just changing with a few colors for the whole day. So if we are just going almost night, for example, this guy will go home and other people is also going home. So in the end, where it's night, you cannot see any NPC around because it's just night and everybody is just sleeping. But they start again in the morning and then goes to the farms working and things like that. And I will try Abre. So this is morning again. I have few numbers just to change for debug. Of course, you are not having all those things on your real game, and you will have also missions that I don't have for just for testing. Not to be notified for missions every time. Like that. And then the market, when you can just buy or sell anything. And you have also crafting. I will go to the bake house, for example. I will just open. Suppose that is closed, but okay. So you here have the receipts and then the ingredient, but in that case I don't have, for example, back here I don't have water, or I don't have this one. I can also try to do, for example, flour, but in that case I have this seed, so I can make this. But trying this one, I don't have this seed, I cannot do that. So I will do this one. At the moment, I don't think that we have already. Yeah, we have 5. Okay, we have 5 already here. But anyway, I will just create a new one. So in that case, I'm just creating, and this is also taking the time to have the icon here for the thing that you are producing. And this item is already produced, so I have here 6 already. So I have one more for that. And you can also bake things, for example bread. Of course I'm missing a few things, I don't have enough ingredients, but that's fine. So you can also bake, make things just baking. Hello Stefkar, welcome, thank you. I'm just showing a few things for new people, like mechanics or just walking around, things like that. But if you have any question or you want to see any other part of the game, just let me know. If you have been here for the first time maybe. So I'm just showing a few things around. Not really the whole game. But yeah, things that you can do, like for example this one, eating, sleeping. No, this is not survival. You have more information on the website and also in the description. So you can just take this one. Check the first one, which is the web. I think this is web. Yeah, exactly. This is web. Yeah, it's story based. There is a story that you need to follow, but it's RPG but with story. And the thing is, there is no combat, and you don't have combat to progress in the story, but you need to take dialogues with NPCs and then just increasing things. Yeah, that is not Skyrim, and this is not The Witcher, because I'm one single guy at home without any budget. Yeah, no combat. Yeah, no combat at all. If you like combat or PvP or things like that, you are really lucky, because 100% of the games are for you. But if you are looking for something different, yeah, you need to check for indies. So yeah, there is single player. This is not open world. There is not 100 hours, and there is not also DLC. And you are lucky also the game is not costing 70 euros. Yeah. So this are all together. Hello Dadvalina, thank you. Welcome. Well, I'm sorry, but there's no combat and will not be there. This is the base of the game, not having combat. So I'm really sorry for you. Well, if you want to try later, you are welcome, but there is no combat. And also it's a medieval game, realistic, so there is no spells, magic, or stupid things like finding an armor under the stones in the forest, or just some guy that doesn't know you is just giving you I don't know, some tools for some reason, or just I don't know, weapons for nothing. The thing is, I have a laptop, so my game, my engine is limited to 15 frames. But yeah, it's the first sentence I have in my profile, so I really appreciate you can read the profile with the things that have been put in there. But yeah, the thing is, maybe you have problem with the stream, but anyway, it's being limited for 15 frames. Can I ask you which one you have? Which GPU do you have? Because there are some people that have been already testing just for testing this game in different computers, and I have a few information about the GPUs that they are using. So in case that I don't know, so you have this AMD, I think. Well, there is no building. I mean, you can buy house and sell house, but it's not building and not also terraforming things like that. So there's nothing about this. Yeah. I don't know exactly about yours because I don't think that people was using this one. But people, for example, having 960 GPU is reporting like 120 frames per second. People using 970 is reporting like 150 frames, and people using 980 is reporting 200 frames. Thank you for the follow. This is Particle 77. Welcome. And nobody was testing on Titan or things like that. What I can say is that in my laptop, which is really bad, I'm having around 30-40 frames per second, which is really nothing. But I can tell you that I didn't find any game working faster than 13 frames for me. So yeah, I'm not playing anything. So yeah, so 960 you are expecting around 120-150 frames per second. Things like that you could expect like that for the game. So I say that it's working for me, and I was working really hard on optimization for everything. This is my description. I have 180. This is a mobile, it's integrated GPU on my motherboard. So this is like a 3 years old maybe, or things like that. So yeah, I know this is really bad, but I don't have any other thing. Also, for example, I have like 8 GB of memory, and I can show you how my computer is going right now. So that's the thing, that the GPU is really bad, and also I have only 8 GB, which is definitely not enough for working. The hard drive is really slow, but what I have to see that I can do a few things. So it's just what I was doing. What I have, more or less, is like this. Well, right now I don't have any budget, so I cannot, for example, buy a new computer or things like that, you know. Thank you anyway. I don't have any budget, I don't have even job, so I cannot buy anything. I appreciate people trying to help, of course. Yeah, exactly, it's working for everyone. It's working for me, it's working for everyone. I can tell you that just completely empty level in Unreal Engine, completely empty level, is not taking more than 42-44 frames per second for me, completely empty. So yeah, achieving 30-35 for me is really, it's almost the maximum that I can just achieve, because just being completely empty level is 45 maybe. So it's almost impossible, or to expecting to have 60 frames per second for me. It's completely impossible for this computer in full HD. But that's fine. I mean, for people, even I was creating a small map and adding a few things, not to have problems with performance. And then a few people was testing this one, and they were reporting, as I say, like 150-200 frames per second. So I think that I have few margin to increase a bit. So I was just increasing the map and adding a few things. Of course, I have this cool volume distance, things like that, so it's not really impacting a lot on the game. And I was just increasing the map, adding a few things, few areas, and yeah, I don't have any impact on performance at the moment, and I don't think this is a problem for people, you know. So it's really working really well for performance. This is one of the reasons that I was just giving to some people just for testing, just performance testing, not really testing the game. And they were just reporting that a lot of frames, really. Well, the thing is, need to be clear, I'm one single guy alone at home with a laptop. That's all. So forget about AAA games, 100 hours of games, and 1000 creatures, and things like that, you know, open world, things like that. So forget about this. If I want to finish this game one day, I cannot do that. Being completely alone, doing everything alone, and not having even money for buying like Pixel Mega Scan or things like that, you know, it's just impossible. So single player, small map, and just story, a few hours, and this is fine. This is not what this is not like want to do or I don't want to do. It's like I cannot do that. So it takes like 100 years to develop everything like that. So it's not like I want or I don't want. Just create, for example, The Witcher takes 2 or 3 years for a team of 100 guys. So if you are just doing the math, you can see how many years of one guy it takes. You know, it's so simple, so easy. 100 guys for 3 years means 300 years for one guy. That's all. This is really simple. So it's really far from me if I want or I don't want. It's just impossible to do that. Even supposing that I have enough knowledge for them, and also supposing that I'm so creative and original like them, the thing is that I don't have 300 years of my life to do a game, you know? So yeah, reducing everything and then creating something smaller and a few NPCs, and then you have the story and a few locations, and yeah, that's all. Otherwise I cannot finish. I have been working already for 1 year in this game. So yeah, as you see, I was doing a lot of things. Most of them is the hard part, like creating all the mechanics, or for example creating a lot of props, vegetation and things like that. So after that I'm just reusing much faster. But even like this is just take it really long. So yeah, so not different empires and different things like that. Of course peasants I have already, but creating societies or things like that is so huge, and this is single player, so makes not much sense to have all of those things, you know? Yeah, this is just the main problem is the limitation about time. It's not about performance or a computer, or I don't know the skill in case that I have. I don't have I can do all of those things, but I mean in case that I have all those skills, this is about time. So if I want to finish Sunday, I need to really cut down everything in the game, everything. I'm pretty sorry, I mean it's bad, but what can I do with that? I really cannot do that. So this is the new area that I was creating. Still, as you see, there are parts that are not finished, completely empty here. And this is the old part that I was just having. So in that case, this is, yeah, NPCs that they are moving. You have dialogues, they have plans. They are doing things, walking, going home, working in farms. So it's really a small world, but what they did is just almost done altogether. So that's fine. It's just I cannot create maybe the game that I'm just dreaming about, but I can create something. So I'm just creating something. Of course, everybody has ideas, and I really appreciate just proposing things, because in fact people was helping me a lot during all those streamings that I was just streaming for a year already, and was people just coming and saying maybe this one could be interesting, maybe this one is boring, you can do like that or like this, and I was just changing a few things already, you know. Well, if someone's coming and say you could just create a game on space and say, well, this is medieval and that's all, you know, it's something that they cannot change everything for that. But a few things that the people were just proposing or requesting, I was just already changing, and I will still do in the future. For people asking for open world, PvP, things like that is too much, so it's something that I cannot do that. So there is no option to change completely the world or the game for things like that. So I was just trying to populate all the town with all the buildings that shouldn't be here, like for example the well, and also the bakehouse, watermill, manor house, things like that. So you can just talk with people, and you have some dialogues, then you just leave them, and they continue with their plans, going to some place, sitting, sleeping, walking, things like that. So you can see a lot of props. I have already a couple of testing missions. So missions are working, the skill trees are not done yet. The user interface is done. And you have all the things like icons, sounds, day and night, things like that. And sitting, for example, here, you can sit. Yeah, most of the things are empty at the moment, especially in this new area. For example, the terrain is not matching well. So things like that. Yeah, planning to increase all those areas, creating new things, adding more NPCs, more about the story. But yeah, I don't know how long it will be the game. I was just creating like three small missions just to use a few of the mechanics, and it takes like 30-40 minutes just for something really small that is not even part of the story. I was just, yeah, doing a few stupid missions for use the mechanics, that's all. And even for that I was just taking long. I don't know how long it will take. I have still the idea with create also. I have castle that I have been starting already, and there is some few things there with the castle, but I was just focusing on this town. I would like to finish at least something instead of having few of them together. So more or less this area is also done, so I hope that the next week I will start with a new town, just with the level design, because I was just planning to fill a few things here, even just missing some I can just review later. So just not to move to another part of the map is completely empty, but just having a few things, for example space for gameplay, not even having gameplay yet, but planning to have in the future. It's just enough. I can already move to another part of the game, so you can also pick up, for example, things, resource from the forest I have found here, things like that. So you have also sticks that you can pick up, and after that you can just sell all the resource on the market, on just reusing, for example, for crafting or things like that. So there are a few things that you can do to improve or just to earn money or skill or things like that. We just take this way. I have a flower here in the middle. I will delete this one. What's this flowers doing here? Okay. A few trails all around. Another one here. Come on, what is happening? Okay. That's strange that it's the same one. I don't know why. So if you have any other question, you want to see any other thing, I don't know, you have been here for the first time. Otherwise, I will just finish the streaming. I have been streaming for 3 hours today, which is fine, but yeah, in the end, it's just so long videos, and I'm not planning to start anything just for the short videos. I will just come tomorrow. Oops, video music. So yeah, I will leave the streaming here now. Thank you everyone for coming. I hope you have a nice Christmas for today and having good holidays at home with family. Good night for you also, particular. Thank you everyone for coming. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you again in this streaming. Thank you. Have a nice time. Happy New Year in case I'm not missing a meeting again. Thank you. Bye everyone. Bye bye.